Hello everyone, and welcome to this new video tutorial for Maverick Render. We are really excited to bring before you the latest feature that we have added to both Maverick Studio and Maverick Indie. As you know, Maverick easily imports models created in Substance Painter and materials created in Substance Designer or Substance Alchemist. To round up these features, Maverick natively supports Substance SBSAR files as well. On this video we will take you on a quick tour through Adobe Substance for those of you not familiar with it yet, and explore the sheer power of Maverick's native support for Substance SBSAR files. Let's begin at the Adobe Substance web page. Substance is a suite of tools for authoring of procedural materials and texturing of 3D models. In the Products section we can find Substance Painter, to paint directly on 3D models, Substance Designer, to create materials from scratch, Substance Alchemist, also to create materials more intuitively, especially from photographs, and Substance Source, which is a very complete library of materials created by the Substance team with their very own tools. The SBSAR file format is a type of archive that carries the full description and attributes that make all the maps in a material, although an SBSAR may also describe a single map. In simpler words, an SBSAR is a format to transport highly configurable, top-quality materials and maps. Substance is procedural in nature, which means that you are not constrained to simple textures. You can literally change attributes on the fly and see the material regenerate automatically in Maverick. We encourage you to try the Substance suite so you can author your own materials or benefit from the awesome materials available both officially at Substance Source and from many other artists all over the world. Let's click on Substance Source to see what we find. Substance Source is a gigantic material library, with many different types of substances, and which is actively curated and extended by Adobe. Here you can see the library, with a presentation for the most recent editions, and all the categories to the left. There are thousands of substances, as you can see. If you click on one of these you can see its details. All these materials are available as SBSAR files. In a little while we will see how we can use them in Maverick. Let's go to the wood section first, and search for cedar wood. We choose the one that we like best and download the SBSAR file. Now let's go to Maverick and simply drop the SBSAR file we just downloaded on an object. Maverick will prompt us with a dialog to review some normal and displacement mapping options. In this case we will opt out of displacement, since it would be overkill for this wood. As you can see, the cedar wood SBSAR is already running in our scene. Let's play with the light setup a bit with Light Mixer. We enable Light Mixer, modify the intensity of some of the lights a bit, and consolidate our changes. In the Maps and Materials Scene Explorer we will find the SBSAR file that we dropped, and the material that was automatically created by Maverick. Let's render its thumbnail to better keep track of it. In the top area of the attribute editor you will see a previsualization of all the maps that affect the material. If we go to the nodal editor we will better see how everything got connected automatically. Let's send the material to the nodal editor and see how the SBSAR outputs got auto-connected to the appropriate input plugs in a Maverick standard material. In order to modify the attributes of the SBSAR file we must click on the input plugs of the material, or double-click any of the thumbnails in the top list. Here's the attributes panel for the Substance node. First of all, there's a button with a direct access to the Substance Source web page. Then we have a file browser to pick another SBSAR file. Then we have the sampling resolution, which we recommend that you keep at 512 or 1024 for quicker editing. And then some attributes that are common to every SBSAR file. The really important attributes here are the advanced ones, which control the appearance of the material interactively. Those parameters were created and exposed by the author of the material. Here we have some interesting ones, such as the amount of knots. We invite you to play around with the sliders to see what they do. You can also adjust the color of the wood. At any time you may reset all the attributes and roll back to the default status of the SBSAR. A remarkable common attribute is the random seed, which spawns different variants of the material, while keeping a similar appearance. Each seed produces a different version of the same material. Now let's increase the resolution to 2048 and appreciate the level of detail in this material, which is quite outstanding. We can keep playing with the attributes to our liking. Let's bring another material. Back in Substance source, we will search for a painted metal this time. Let's grab this one, which we like. Like before, let's drop it directly on one of our objects. Unlike before, this time we will enable displacement. The material got imported in our scene. Let's generate its thumbnail for visual identification. And now let's play with its attributes. This material features some presets that the author created for us. Just by clicking on them we can reconfigure the material to several different pre-made appearances. Playing with the sliders evidences the endless amount of variations of the same material that you can achieve. Keep in mind that if your material makes use of displacement, you must update displacement from the top toolbar for the changes to pick up in the geometry. With random seed we can spawn some random variants. And again, we may crank up the resolution to better appreciate the details. Let's drop one more SBSAR. This time we will search for an aluminium in Substance source. We drop the SBSAR in Maverick and set 2 cm of displacement on import. And see what attributes are exposed for this one. Again we find some presets and a collection of sliders to play with. Do not forget to update displacement for geometry changes to pick up. This degree of versatility is what has made Substance so popular. If displacement seems too high you can change its height in the displacement rollup in the material. It is endless fun to keep editing attributes. And when you're done, increase the resolution for crisper quality. Let's now see how to clone a material so we can apply a different variant to another object. Let's create a cylinder in our scene. Let's select the Substance Map node in the Map Scene Explorer, and duplicate it. Once we have the cloned map, let's drop it on the cylinder. A new wrapper material with all its outputs auto-connected will be created. Now we have 2 different materials which we can edit independently. For example, let's edit the clone we just created. In our latest release we have added a new folder in our shading library called Substance, where you will find some materials that our friends at the Substance team have kindly contributed. We invite you to have fun with them. Let's try one of these. In the Maps library you may find the raw SBSARS files as well. If you want to add more SBSAR files of your own, go to your Documents folder on Windows, and in the Random Control library you will find a folder called My Maps. You may create folders or add files there, and Maverick will display them in the library panel automatically. This way you may bring your own Substance content to Maverick easily. And this has been our introduction to Maverick's native support for SBSAR files. We truly hope that the amazing power that Substance content brings will help you create incredible scenes. This is all for now. See you in the next video. Have fun rendering with Maverick.